Re, 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 re. I'm your man for me, re. Eva, where ya have, Oto, where ya have. Re, 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 re. I'm your man for my re. Eva, where ya have. Otagmona Yahewe Launure Laurena Launure Nure Nure Launure Laurena Ọpẹ́ ni máa ké hẹ̀wẹ̀ hẹ̀wẹ̀ Ọpẹ́ ni máa ké lérùn lérùn Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni máa ké mọ̀wẹ̀ mọ̀wẹ̀ Bẹ́ẹ̀ni máa ké hòdẹ hòdẹ Laurena Launure 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 Oh Laurena Re 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 Omioma fama re Iwe ya hewa Otagbona ya hewa Re 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 Omioma fama re Iwe ya hewa Idu ya hewa Laure Laurena Launure Nure Nure Launure Oh Laurena Launure Launure Oh Laurena Herima Evima Tohima Lehima Oh Lorena Oh Lorena Yahuwah Hey, let the spirit and the bride say, come.
Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the awesome fairy name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the eternal name that is above every other name you ever know. The man made up pork Jesus, and again the man made up snake Allah. Okay, these are opponents. Okay, these are man made up. Yeah, there's no salvation in this at all. It is simply cause on humanity. All right, now, of course, I will not fail to say that. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. Give you all the glory, give you all the honor, give you all the adoration. For you alone are worthy, 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 eternal to be praised. We just love you. We, your elect, of course, we do love you. Yes, you first of all love us. Thank you, Abba, for such a wonderful day as today. Hallelujah unto your mighty name. All right, now, family, quickly, we want to look into what is going on today in Mecca through the mindset of the royal law and what they said these days also are met for them. So let's dive into why we are here today in his presence. Let's feed it now with their title. Here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled for you and me, Hajj, Hajj, okay, Hajj. Hajj, stoning the devil. That is Allah stoning Allah. That's what they are doing now. Okay, let me rebroadcast again. Hajj, stoning the devil. That is Allah casting Allah in Allah's temple. Kingdom against kingdom indeed. So what they are doing today in Mecca, okay, all of them gathered together already. So this is the temple of Allah, okay, and temple of Satan is also inside the temple of Allah. And that is where they are also casting Satan inside Allah's temple again. Anyways, let's quickly put the scriptures. I think this is going to be a quick one. Okay, first of all, First John chapter 4, verses 1, Matthew chapter 7, verses 15 through 16, 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4 through 6, 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 16, 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 43 through 51, Matthew chapter 24, verses 7, Matthew chapter 24, Matthew chapter 12, verses 24 through 27, Mark chapter 5, verses 1 through 5. Where is this now? Where is it? But where is this? Okay, yes, now. Galatians chapter 4, verses 22 through 31. The book of Yahshua chapter 21, verses 11 through 17. The book of Yahshua chapter 22, verses 40 through 55, Job chapter 1 verses 6 through 12, Genesis chapter 17, the book of Yahshua chapter 23, Genesis chapter 22. So there's our scriptures today. Let us begin to process it. We will start working our way from this very particular holy passage. First John chapter 4, verses 1. Let's do it together. I read, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahuwah, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. What are they going to do? To be lying to people, to be deceiving people. He said you shouldn't believe everything that people put on your face. Rather, test that whatever people minister unto you, people put on your face to know what is this for, where is it from the pit of hell, or from the very mind of the creator of heaven and earth. Now, what are we saying? This Hajj or Hajj, what did the Muslim meant by this? Stoning the devil. Now, they carry stones in their hands, physical weapon, okay, carnality. To be stoning, a stone is a wall, okay, built also inside Allah's temple, and all Muslims will begin to raise their stone and begin to cast their stone. All right. So they said by so doing, they are stoning the devil. So what are we saying now? Devil is in Allah's temple. And devil also have his own temple right inside Allah's temple. And Muslim has to pick a stone from the street now, okay, and begin to stone that, whatever wall they build inside Allah's temple. They said that is the devil, and they are stoning the devil. So where did they get these notions from? According to Quran chapter 37, verses 90, or i.e. 99 through 109, said it was Ishmael that Papa Abraham sacrificed. Okay, maybe if there is time, we're going to be ready that, okay, that why they were trying to do this sacrifice, the oblation, devil tried to stop them on the way. Therefore, Papa Abraham picked a stone, and that stone the devil, and Ishmael also did likewise, and Hagar also did likewise. They said all three now begin to stone the devil, because the devil was trying to convince them that they shouldn't make the oblation, or they shouldn't make the human sacrifice, that Abraham shouldn't sacrifice Ishmael, or rather they should disobey Allah. So each time the devil comes to them to convince them or to deceive them not to do that, Abraham will pick a stone. Oh, Abraham has suffered. He will stone the devil. Ishmael will pick a stone. When the devil also come to Ishmael, don't allow your papa to sacrifice you. Ishmael will also pick a stone and stone the devil. And when the devil also goes to Hagar and say, don't allow this to happen, Hagar will also pick a stone, or Hagar will also pick a stone and stone the devil. That is where they get these notions from. That is where this, tradition came from, or these rituals came from. The very one they are doing every year, okay? So, and it costs so much for them to do this Hajj, okay, stoning the devil. So now the Bible said we shouldn't believe all spirits. Are you going to be believing this nonsense, this crap? It said we shouldn't, but we should test all spirits, okay, to see where they are from. I've tested the spirit. The royal law make it so clear. My Bible make it so clear that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, because devil is not a physical being. Devil is a spirit being. It is spiritual. It is this battle. It is simply spiritual. Spiritual wickedness in the high places. That is Ephesians Ephesians chapter 6, verses 12, 11 and 12. He said, for the weapons, no, excuse me, we are not wrestling against flesh and blood, okay, against physical weapon we can see, but against, principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in the high places. How we need to do that, through obedience. Verses 10 said, or rather 11 or 10 said, we should put on now the whole armor of Yahuwah in order for us to be able to withstand the tricks and the lies of the devil. That is how the royal law is so authentic. That is ours. But for Islam and Allah, Quran, they say you should go onto the street and pick a stone and begin to start a war, because that is where the devil is hiding. So with this being said, let's also do another part. Matthew chapter 7, verses 15 through 16. Let's see what the royal also have to say about this carnality going on right now in Mecca. Over almost 2 million people is over there now, just throwing stone at the wall. They said they are killing devil. So devil is also in Allah's temple. Now come now, let's do it. Matthew chapter 7, verses 15 through 16. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. 16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. He said only their fruit, you're going to know them. So can we do now some fruit of Islam and also this very oblation ritual they are performing right now at Mecca? And what is paining me, after they have stoned the devil, did everything, they will also go with the same stone, they will begin to kiss. They will be kissing the black stone. And this black stone looks like vagina. They will begin to kiss. And afterwards, after they have stoned the devil, kiss the vagina, the black stone, a flood will come. A flood will come and flush everything in Mecca. Every year, flood always flood the temple of Allah. Flood always descend in the temple of Allah. It will spoil everything. Flood. Now, 2 Corinthians chapter 4. No, 2 Corinthians. So Allah could, after they are stoning the devil, but yet the devil will simply bring flood and say, for flogging me, I will flog you back. What a mess. Indeed, it's a man of flesh, okay? 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4. Listen, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. It's not carnal weapon, but mighty through Yahuwah to the pulling down of strongholds, sir. What is strongholds? What they are doing, it is simply strongholds on them. It is a lie. Casting what? Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahuwah, and bringing into captivity every thought to the total obedience of Messiah, and having a readiness to avenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Now, this is our own weapon. It said, through Yahuwah, in the name of Yahuwah, we pull you down. That is ours, sir. We don't carry a stone and begin to stone war. We don't fight a war. We don't fight physical. Oh, my Abba. This is a shame indeed to you learned people, and you are abusing your own education. Even if illiterate is also doing this, I could understand. Not you that is so learned, PhD, holder, all this, high ranking in English. You still subjecting yourself. Anyway, it is a spirit, okay? When spirit will really want to deceive you, he doesn't care how learned you are. He don't care how, transformed you are or how transparent you are. He will still deceive you. So that is what the spirit is doing. Now we see ours already. We don't fight. We don't fight the pillar, okay? Casting the devil. It is through the word of Abba, which is the double-edged sword we use to cast the devil. Okay, that is ours, because they are quoting our Papa Abraham. They are quoting our character. This is a BBL. Muslim Quran is a BBL to the royal. What did they do? They took the original substance, okay, they now mold it. That is, they took the unused stone, they now make it hewn stone. Okay, they took our our biblical character, and they now turn it to their own version. They now BBL our biblical character, every actions that took place in the Bible, they BBL it, they refound it, they remold it, they recreate it. Every story in the Bible is also in Quran, but in a different story being told, like the case of Abel and Cain. Ours make it so clear what transpired, but Islam changed the version. It's another story over there that they only killed themselves for vagina, that they were fighting over one woman, over one girl, over a girl. That is what they kill themselves for. They kill themselves for a woman. I don't know that. I don't know why everything that has to do with this religion has to do with woman vagina. It has to do with a woman. It can't kill Abel because of woman. Huh? Oh, Shandalabusike. The first sacrifice made in the Quran was because of a woman vagina. The first murder committed in the Quran, it was because of vagina. All right? So they just BBL our story and tell it to their own, to suit their own ideology, their philosophy. The only way we see that, first, that's in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 16, make it so clear. What does the temple of Abba Yahweh has to do with the temple of idol? What harmoniously, what brought us to that level? That the temple of Yahuwah, Satan will also build his own temple over there. They will be casting Satan inside a holy temple, holies of holies. That is what we see in Korah. That is what we are seeing now in Mecca. Afterwards, flood is also coming to flush all this nonsense away, okay? Now, 1 Samuel chapter 17, verses 43 through 51, we see where the King David used stone to kill Goliath. We use physical weapon for physical warfare. Okay, like the armies, when they are going into battle, of course, they have to, harm themselves. They have to get all these ammunitions for war because it is physical battle. But when we are doing to spiritual battle, it's not so. It's a little bit different. We use spiritual weapon. David used a stone to put down Goliath, okay, that we're terrorizing the people. Islam's own, they said their own, it is to kill devil, stoning the devil. They are stoning themselves, okay? That is Galatians, where I just quoted. I'm not going to be reading for the second time. Okay, Matthew 24, verses 7. Kingdom against kingdom is a sign of King Yahushua coming. His coming is fast approached. In fact, revelation is upon us that this kingdom is going to be against kingdom. Allah is casting out Allah. Devil is casting out devil. Devil don't cast out indeed the devil, because the temple of devil is also in the temple of Allah. Oh, now what is going on over here? Devil's temple is also being found in Allah's temple. That Allah built the temple of devil inside his own temple. That every year his people ought to take a stone and begin to stone that wall that represents Satan in Allah's temple. What a mess. That is kingdom against kingdom. It's a sign for us, okay? Matthew chapter 12, verses 24 through 27, Yahushua said that when the Pharisees were accusing him that he is casting out devil with Beelzebub's spirit, Yahushua now said, if you say I'm doing that, so of what spirit your people is using to cast out devil? He said, devil, okay, I think I'm going to be reading this one. This one is awesome. Oh, Shandalabo Sekeya. This one is a quick one. I quickly want to pass it out. I think I will still do one more, whereby they said that, the first murder in Korah, simply vagina, because of vagina. I don't know what these people say inside vagina, that they have to be retelling one story in different forms about vagina. Abel was killed because of vagina. Cain killed Abel only because of vagina. All right, now from the let's do it together. Matthew 12, verses 24. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow doeth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of all devils, okay? This is what we are seeing. Devil is casting out devil in Islam, okay? 25. And Yahushua knew that their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself, it's brought to desolation. That is the flood, okay? That is the flood that is always reoccurring. every year in Allah's temple. After all this stoning the devil now, we will see the flood will just come and flush. Oh no. Okay. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? 27. And if by Beelzebub cast out devils, and by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, these shall be your judges. Because we know this is casting out devil, which means devil don't cast out devil. It is simply kingdom against kingdom. They cannot stand, okay? That is why Islam cannot stand. The days of judgment, they can't stand. When the fullness of time comes, they can't stand, okay? Now we have done that. Where's the other part? Mark chapter 5. Let's see what they are doing now right in Mecca, what is doing to them. Spiritual. Mark chapter 5 verses 1 through 5. I'm going to be starting from 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. This is unclean attitude of unclean spirit, okay? Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, for because that he had been often bound, with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. 5 now. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the temples, crying and cutting himself with stones. What Islam is doing, you are just cutting your own self with stones. You are stoning yourself by yourself. You are just stoning your own self by your own selves. That's what you are doing, literally. Because you can't see devil. Devil is a spirit being. How can you say you are carrying stone, you are stoning devil? In Allah's temple again. Galatians chapter 4, verses 22 through 31 make it so clear that believing a lie is a bondage. Okay, let me also quickly run that one through. Before I'm not going to be ready. The book of Yahshua is so interesting, but no room to do that for now. And now, 22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a maid, and the other by a free woman. But he who was of the a bondwoman was born after the flesh. This is carnality, flesh, okay? And but he of the free woman was by promise, okay? Which things are an allegory, for these are the two covenants, the one from the Messiah, which granted gender to bondage, which is Hagar. For this Hagar is Messiah in Arabia, and answereth to Jerusalem, which is now and is in bondage with our children. These are they are in bondage. Stoning the devil. Another lie. Lie is simply bondage. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So for truth to carry out deliverance on you, simply put, the lies have put you in bondage that you need to undo by telling the truth or knowing the truth. 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all. For it is written, rejoice. Okay, we are rejoicing because you see our wow is so clear and very simple. And that of Ishmael is bondage. Okay, it's simply bondage. This is absolutely madness. Because devil don't cast out devil. Okay, now I will be telling the story how this now we are spreading over to the book of Yahshua chapter 21 verses 11 through 17. I won't be reading that, and we see how this challenge came about. What brings about it was Ishmael that ushers in this sacrifice illustration of Isaac, which is in Genesis 22. So in this particular place we see where devil, should I be reading that? Okay, quickly let's run that one through. So before we run that one through, let's read Quran. It will be very, very, wise to read Quran. Quran chapter 37, verses whatever, 109 or 99, he said, I will go to my Lord. He will surely guide me. 100 now. Oh, my Lord, grant me a righteous son. 101. So we gave him the good tidings, good news of a forbearing son. Then they are talking about Ishmael, okay. Then, when the son reached the age of serious work with him, he said, Oh, my son, that is Abraham speaking now, I have seen in a vision that I offer thee in sacrifice. Now see what is thy view. The son said, Oh, my father, do as thou art commanded. Thou wilt find me, if Allah so wills, one of the stand fast. Okay, so this was 103. So when they had both submit to Allah, and he had led him prostrate on his forehead for sacrifice, we called out to him, O Abraham, thou hast already fulfilled the vision. Thus, indeed, do we reward those who do right. See rubbish. Oh. See complete nonsense. Oh. You see the BBL? Go and read Genesis 22. You're going to see our own there. And let's see where the challenge came from. See nonsense in the highest order. Oh, Chandela Boseke. The book of Yasher, where are you now? Where is the book of Yasher? To young bear. Okay, I won't be. This is 23. That is where you're going to see the whole incident. The whole incident. By 11 that transpired. Okay, about the sacrifice. Okay, now book of Yasher 22 verses 11. And Abraham planted a large whatever garden in the bush. Okay, is it here? For the house of Abraham was always. Oh no. Where should I be reading? Abraham, his children, and belonging. Okay. And this, the name of this. Oh, my father, where is it? It's like I made a mistake. Okay, let's quickly rush down to 40. I should have been reading this. Oh, where am I? 22. Oh, no, 21. I need to read 21. Let me see if. And Ishmael, okay, yes, 11 now. 21 verses 11. And Ishmael, the son of Abraham, was grown up. In those days, he was 14 years old when Sarai bore Isaac to Abraham. And Yahuwah was with Ishmael, the son of Abraham. And he grew up and he learned how to use, whatever the bow. Okay, should I be reading this? How he wanted to kill when he was 5 years. Should I be reading this? Am I not running out of time? Okay, let's proceed. And Ishmael came to Isaac and seated himself opposite to him, and he took the bow and drew it and put the arrow in it and intended to slay Isaac while Isaac was just 5 years old, okay? And Sarah saw the act which Ishmael desired to do to her son Isaac, and it grieved her exceedingly on account of her son. Because this is a child she bore while she was 90 years old. You also want to kill you? What I she have? This makes it a miracle. Mama Sarah's womb was a miraculous womb because everything was gone. Resurrection, she received resurrection. A woman of 90 years old, we are able to take in seed, carry it for 9 months, and put to birth. That is a miracle. And Isaac came from a circumcised body, Genesis 17. While our papa already took off that excess luggage, took off that excess luggage that is not needed, that uncleanness, he circumcised himself before the promised child came. Guess what? Who came from the uncircumcised body? Who came from the filthy body? It was Ishmael. And Ishmael also came through fornication. And a young girl gave birth to Ishmael. There's nothing miracle over there because she's still fertilized, of course. She fertilized, of course. She's a young girl. Our mama was 90 years old of age. That makes it a miracle. And we know how exceedingly the kind of love they're going to be having for a child born in their old age. You know how, that one is going to be. in Mama Sarah's heart, also in Papa's Abraham's heart, because this is vision come true. This is dream come true. This is Abayewa bringing into reality what he promised. That is massive. Not Ishmael that came in a filthy way, from unclean body, from carnality, from flesh, from fornication, from uncircumcised body, from nonsense, utterly nonsense. Though that does not make him his firstborn. I recognize that. But don't tell us there's nothing miraculous over there. There's nothing. If Abayewa asks Abraham one time, Ishmael, what is there? Nothing. What is special over there? There's nothing, absolutely. But for that of Isaac, waited for a whole 25 years. He took Papa Abraham to receive Isaac while he was 75. Promise was given to him by this same Isaac. While he was 100 years old, that promise was being fulfilled a whole 25 years. What you achieve for a whole 25 years, you're going to play games with that? And that is what actually the devil used to accuse. Now 16, Abraham hearkened. Okay, no, 15 now. And Sarah saw the act which Ishmael desired to do to her son Isaac, and it grieved her exceedingly on account of her son. And she sent for Abraham and said to him, cast out. We cast them out. They are casting stone, but we are casting them out of the kingdom. Cast out. Where is it now? This bond woman and her son, for her son shall not be in with my son, because he wanted to kill Isaac for the kingdom to belong to him, and they are still doing that nonsense today. For thus did he seek to do unto him these days. Abraham hearkened, verse 17, hearkened, and he sent them away. And 17, and he and his mother afterward went to the land of Egypt. You know, they worship more over there. They worship vagina also. And they dwelt there. And Agar took a wife wherever for Ishmael. And Ishmael now began to procreate. Produce. Okay, now let's rush down to 40. Verses 40. And, 40. And he asked after Ishmael. And his wife came. Oh, no, it can't be 40. And Abraham said, oh, no. I'm not ready that. Okay, now we have to go to 22 now, excuse me. 22 verses 40. I'll be able to read. Okay, now listen. And Isaac, the son of Abraham, was growing up in those days. And Abraham, his father, taught him the way of Yahuwah, not Yahuwah. And Yahuwah was with him, 41. And when Isaac was 37 years old, Ishmael, listen, this is where the challenge came, okay? Ishmael, his brother, was going about with him in the tent, 42. And Ishmael boasted of himself to Isaac, saying, I was 13 years old where Yahuwah spoke to my father to circumcise us. And I did according to the word of Yahuwah, which he spoke to my father. And I gave my I gave my soul unto Yahuwah, and I did not transgress his word, which he commanded my father. 43. And Isaac answered Ishmael, saying, why doest thou boast to me about this, about a bit of thy flesh, which thou didst take from thy body, concerning which Yahuwah commanded thee? 44. See, this is where the problem lies, okay? As Yahuwah liveth, Isaac is the one speaking. I said, as Yahuwah liveth, he want to brago. Listen now. As Yahuwah liveth, the Yahuwah of my father Abraham, if Yahuwah should say unto my father, take now thy son Isaac, and bring him up, an offering before me, I would not refrain, but I would joyfully accept to consent to it. And Yahuwah heard the word that Isaac spoke to Ishmael, and it seemed good in the sight of Yahuwah, and be taught to try Abraham. Okay, now I said, okay, I want to try this guy. Try Abraham. Where is it? Seemed good in the sight of Yahweh had to try Abraham in this matter. For this is, and the day arrived when the sons of Yahweh came and placed themselves before Yahweh, and Satan also came with them, sons of God, with the sons of God before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Just as Job chapter 1, verses 6 through 12. Exactly. Abiwa bragged about Abraham and said, you don't consider my servant? Listen now. And Yahweh said unto Satan, where comest thou? And Satan answered and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, what is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee, and remember thee when they require anything from thee. See the accuser 49. And thou didst givest them the thing which they require from thee. They sat at their ease, okay, and forsook thee. Where is it? And forsook thee, and remember thee no more. What is this accusing? It said, when they are in need of something, they want you to bless them. They seek you for blessing from you. As soon as you give it unto them, they will forsake you. They don't seek you anymore. Now listen, who is this accusing here? Now 50. Hast thou seen Abraham, the son of Terah, who at first had no children, and he served thee, and he wrought altars to thee wherever he came, and he brought up offering upon them, and he proclaimed thy name continually to all the children of the earth. And now that his son Isaac is born to him, he has forsaken thee. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land, and Yahweh he has forgotten. For amidst all that he has done, he brought thee no offering, neither burnt offering, nor peace offering, neither ox, lamb, nor goat of all that he killed in the day that his son was circumcised. Even from the time of his son birth till now, being 37 years, he built no altar before thee, nor brought any offering to thee, for he saw that thou didst give what he request from thee, and he therefore forsook thee. A whole 37 years, Papa Abraham never make no offering anymore. He never built no altar anymore. Satan recorded all this. He now began to use it to fight him. Now listen. 54. And Yahweh said to Satan, as thou dost consider my servant Abraham, for there is none like him upon earth, a perfect and an upright man before me. Now that a man, okay, one that feareth Yahweh, avoid evil, as I live, where I to say unto him, bring up Isaac thy son before me, he won't not withhold him from me. Much more if I told him to bring up a burnt offering before me from his flock or his. Now listen, 55. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, speak then now unto Abraham as thou hast said, and thou wilt see whether he will not this day transgress and cast aside thy wills. 23 is so long. If you see the dragging over there, if you see the stress over there, if you see what happened over there, devil will transform himself to a river. Devil will transform himself to a young man, a young boy, to speak to Isaac. He will transform himself to a young old man to speak to Abraham. Afterwards, he will also transform himself to old man to go and speak to Mama Sarah. Afterwards, he will also transform himself to the last one. He transformed himself to a canal brook. It was horrible. It was terrible. Okay. But in all this, while Abraham was taking Isaac in 23 to the Mount Moriah, where Abba was shown on, oh, that book is so educative. It's almost 100 verses, so I can't read, as you can see, and I cannot read some part, at least some part. To get the full accuracy, you need to read all. Now, while they were going, each man now begin to rejoice and say, yes, Isaac is going to die now. Therefore, my father is going to turn back to me. Because of Isaac, they cast me out of the house, and all the property, blessings he have, he gave to Isaac. Now that Isaac is going to die, therefore, all this property is going to belong to me. Eliezer now says, sorry, not so. I'm be with Papa Abraham for all my life. So he has already taken me as his son. If Isaac died now, therefore, the whole property is going to be mine. You see, carnality. Carnality, they were just praying for Isaac to go and die in order for them to grab the prosperity of Papa Abraham. So that is where, how far I can go, because it's a very long one. Now, Job, I quote that one already. Genesis 70, yes. I quote that already. Yeah, the book of Yasha in Genesis 22, I quote that already. Like I said, this one is a quick one. And they call this, you see, this is devil. This is the devil according to Islam. Inside the temple of Allah, they will raise up a stone and they will begin to stone. These are men of flesh. These are carnality. These have no spiritual stand at all. No spiritual benefit. Rather, they are cutting themselves with stone. That is the stone devil put in their hand to begin to use it to cut themselves, okay? So, like I said, it's a quick one. I think we are done. Is there anything to add? Do we still have any other thing to add? Okay. Now, Genesis 22. Okay, let's quickly also do that. We have seen that of Allah already. Let us also read. Oh, I should have been doing the book of Yasha. Just that I don't want to tell a half story. It's very long. I don't want to tell a half story. The book of Yasha, this popular royal law we carry, that is Joshua chapter 10 verses 13, make references to this very wonderful book. 2 Samuel chapter 1 verses 18 also make references to the book of Yashiel. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 8 also quotes from this book of Yashiel, Jannes and Jambres. These are the false prophet of Allah. These are the magicians of Allah. The very one we are still seeing from Wales cometh Muhammad. It was a magician. You see what he instituted. You see what Allah using to pass out. In fact, almost 2 million people so are there right now. You know, many is also going to die because it's so hot. You know, it's because the crowd is just too much. You know, there is no really space for large people as that. Okay, and they all is fighting to throw stone. Okay, because they believe it with every breath in them that it has spiritual significances, spiritual blessing, of which is simply nonsense. It is simply carnality. Okay, casting Allah also inside Allah's temple again. Allah built devils, Allah inside his own temple. As we are speaking now, devil is in Saudi Arabia. Oh no. Shandarabu Sikiyaba. Maybe we'll do one more next week Shabbat. If Abba YAHUAH'S will. I'm gonna be touching on some area of this nonsense. Yeah, these are some of reaction I took from there. You see how they are doing it with every strength in them, thinking they have this one have anything to do spiritually, and they are paying huge amounts of money to pass out this whatever commandment of Allah. Okay, you must go there before you die in your lifetime. Okay, let's okay, let me see if I will be able to read. At that time, the book of Yasha chapter 23, at that time the word of Yahweh came to Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, here I am. And he said, but this is so emotional. If you see the reaction of Mama Sarah, in fact, Mama Sarah died for this very test. Yes, she was the one who died, actually, okay? Because the old man began to deceive her and say, your son is dead. As soon as she heard that, she collapsed. Afterwards, a maid servant helped her. She was having about 7 maids, female servant that she was a queen. Oh my father, our mama was a queen. It's so emotional. Each time I read here, I always shed tears, honestly. Let me see if I will be able to do. I just want to go out from that of Mama Sarah because the pain was so severe. The cry was so severe. It was so fat. I don't want to go there. I don't want to hurt my heart. 17, now let's see if I can start from them. And when Sarah heard that the words of her son, Isaac, she wept. Okay, her, it was so bitter. Okay, now let me start for 20, if I will be able. And Abraham went with Isaac, his son, to bring him up as an offering before Yahuwah, as he had commanded him. 21. And Abraham took two of his young men with him, Ishmael the son of Hagar, and Eliezer his servant, and they went together with them. And while they were walking in the way, the young men spoke these words to themselves. Listen now, where I just quoted 22. And Ishmael said to Eliezer, now my father Abraham is going with Isaac to bring him up for a burnt offering to the Lord, as he commanded him. Now when he return, he will give unto me all that he possesses to inherit after him, for I am his firstborn. And Eliezer answered Ishmael and said, surely Abraham did cast thee away with thy mother, and swore that thou should not inherit anything of him, of his possession, and to whom will he give all that he has, with all his treasures? But unto me, his servant, who has been faithful in his house, who has served him night and day, and has done all that he desired me. To me, he will. Okay, to me, he will. Where is it now? He will. Okay, at his death. Okay, he will give it to at his death all that he possessed. Okay, now they were fighting for the whatever. 25. And whilst Abraham was proceeding with his son Isaac along the road, Satan now begin. This is the Satan that said they are casting. The Satan that shows up in this testing of Papa Abraham is still the same Satan that is Allah today. They hijacked this story. They not put in their Quran and said Ishmael were the one. You see their nonsense. 25, okay. 26. Okay, 25. Now, yeah, Satan appeared. And while Abraham was proceeding with his son Isaac along the road, Satan came and appeared to Abraham in the figure of a very aged man, humble and of a contrite spirit. And he approached. Should I be doing all this? Anyway, let's keep reading when it's done, because I'm almost running out of time. It's almost 100 verses. That's why I keep running away. Or, okay, all right, let's do that. Contrite spirit. And he appeared, and he approached Abraham and said to him, art thou silly, or art thou silly that thou goest to do these things this day to thy only son? For Yahweh giveth thee a son in thy later days, in thy old age, and wilt thou go and slaughter him this day, because he committed no violence, and wilt thou cause the soul of thy son, thy only son, to perish from the earth? Doest thou not know and understand that this thing cannot be from Yahuwah? For Yahuwah cannot do unto thee such evil upon the earth, to say to him, go slaughter thy child. And Abraham heard this and knew that it was the voice of Satan, which endeavored to draw him aside from the way of Yahweh. I don't think I can read. I'm sorry. It's too long. I'm fainting already. So he did it to Papa Abraham. He did it to Isaac. He also did it to Mama Sarah. So afterwards, they still went that glorious part where they got there. The two, Abraham and his son went there. It was so awesome. It's just an illustration of King Yahushua HaMashiach. It was simply illustration how Abba Yahweh is going to give his only son unto us to redeem us. It was just a teaching, okay? I have done this message before, but since I have not done this Hajj, okay? Because they say it is stoning the devil. But this is the devil that keep showing up. So when they get to Mount Moriah, and it was so awesome. That experience was so beautiful, so lovely, that even before they got there, a ram was already there. And Satan also lay hold on that ram. After YAHUAH has finished testing Abraham, Satan lay hold on that ram and said that ram or lamb was there from the foundation of the earth, from Genesis of the earth. This ram has been placed there to redeem. That is lamb, okay? That is King Yahushua HaMashiach. I said, no, go, take your son back. I know you fear me. And that's it. He now gave him a lamb. Who is the lamb? Yahushua is the Lamb of heaven, the only begotten Son of YAHUAH that came to die for our sin. That is what symbolized. That is the nature of that test, nothing more. But Islam, tell me now, what, okay, this that they are doing, what is the meaning of it? It has no spiritual, you know, meaning. It's so meaningless. It's so nonsense. It has no spiritual attaché at all. It is just abadabidi. You see the way I just read it, that's it. Nothing. No spiritual attaché, no spiritual significances. It doesn't mean absolutely nothing. Ours do. That lamb is Yahushua HaMashiach. I bet you why use it to illustrate unto Abraham. The way you love yourself, that's how I do love mine. Okay. But this is what I'm going to do for humanity in redeeming people from their original sin. Okay. I think I have to log out now. Oh, Rabbi Sikayaba. You see, this is how they are kissing the black stone. This is the black stone. Inside one place, Satan's temple is there. Allah is his devil anyways. So family, I think I will be stopping over here. And how did Mama Sarah died? This is how Mama Sarah died, okay? She fainted and she came back alive. So this devil again, when you now see that Abraham has already conquered, Isaac conquered, they prevailed, okay? And Ishmael was surprised to see that Isaac came back alive. Eliezer was surprised to see that Isaac came back to life. All their plans went down the grave, okay? Because the son returned back, is the son of the kingdom, he returned back to the kingdom. Now, when Satan see that this has happened, he now returned back as an old age man again to Mama Sarah and said, sorry, I told the lie to you. Actually, your son did not die. He's alive. So with that joy, so much joy, I said, really? My son is living? She just fainted and died. Mama Sarah, that is how Mama Sarah died. 3 years later, Isaac now got married, Rebecca. That was why Genesis said Rebecca comforted him because he just lost his mama 3 years, okay? So that was how Mama Sarah died, okay? She was so, the overjoy was so exceedingly, it's like, I don't know how to say that, it's like a overjoy, her blood pumped so high, and she was also old woman already. Remember, she gave birth to Isaac while she was 90 years old. 90 years plus 37, that is 127. She was old woman already, so she couldn't, her heart, her blood couldn't carried, okay, that the weight of that joy. That was how Mama Sarah just fall down. She died, but rejoicing and celebrating, that she still left an offspring on earth. Okay, so that was how she died. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. So family, maybe next week Shabbat or middle of the week, we'll touch on this very part. I said that the BBL I saw in Quran, I will address that one part, that these guys died because of vagina. First sacrifice was vagina. First murder was because of vagina. So this is what Quran actually represents. Thank you, Abba. I love you so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Hallelujah. All right, family. Stay blessed.